Hello, Fightful Faithful. It's that time of week again. It's a Tuesday.
It's not just Tuesday, Alex.
No, no,
It's the Sour Grapes post show.
yeah,
It's the post NXT thing that we do
yeah. It
every
has been
Tuesday
for 5
for like 5
years.
years almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
For June 16th, 2026, specifically today. Thank you so much for joining us. Please do get in your super chats. Get in your humper chats at humperchats.com. Chat along with us. There is some stuff to talk about from this episode that we will dig into. We've got the Gab coming up. I was recently informed that Sean is going to try and do the AEW post show after his death match, if he's alive. So we're gonna say Sean is penciled in and optimistic, and we think that's adorable. But I'm pretty sure at Pawcade, unless he's it is a tag team match. So unless he's tagging out a lot, I don't know how this is gonna go for him. But we have the Great American Bash coming up either way.
Yeah.
Alex, today's a very good day. You want to know why?
Yes.
Do you know why already? No, because you're
No,
not online, and I love that.
I don't.
for
No,
you.
I do. I'm not online
Do you know why I'm wearing my TMDK jacket today?
because I made Zack Sabre Jr. in the Tomodachi Island thing that we do on Monday nights.
That isn't why, but that's a really good educated guess, to be honest, because your ZSJ on our Tomodachi Island gimmick on Mondays, worth subscribing to Fightful's Life for the price of that alone. But, Alex, do you remember when I was obnoxiously bringing up how great the TMDK theme was on every show? And how great this very album from Mass Lines was?
Yeah.
That features the song Young Punks, which is my third favorite on this album.
Wow.
I was campaigning for them to play Zack Sabre Jr. out live at Wembley, at the stadium.
Yeah.
And 3 years later or so, they said, we're going to do the next best, Kate. It's going to be at the arena near Wembley. And it's happening. They're going to be playing ZSJ out live, which for me is so exciting because, one, because I was just talking about how much I loved this album so much, I've gotten to converse with them a little bit, this band, and they're just lovely, lovely, lovely human beings. But I manifested this, I think, Alex. I'm so excited about this for them. I wish I could be there selfishly, but it's so cool to see something like that come to life because I'm not kidding. How I found out about this band, I was like, this is a cool theme. And Zack Sabre Jr., while walking down the ramp, said, listen to Mass Lines, dickheads! And then I looked up the album because I now knew the band name because he yelled it at us and called us all dickheads.
Yeah.
And then I went to look it up, and I listened to it on Spotify. I really liked it because I'm a vinyl sicko. I ordered it on vinyl from across the pond. And they had like a pay what you can kind of deal, which was incredibly generous way to produce vinyl. And the artwork was really cool, and it's a great album. So do as he says, listen to Mass Line Stickheads. It's a great album, but I'm just so happy that came to life. It brings my heart so much happiness because what a cool combination of art forms to come together. So that made me very happy today, Alex.
That's awesome. I'm very happy for you and for all the lines of Mass.
As you should be. If only Tomodachi Island had more characters so that we could add Mass Lines to Tomodachi Island.
Yeah, it would be
and
great.
they could just play him out wherever he went.
Yeah, that would be good. So this episode of NXT, it occurred, and everything about it was very much it occurred episode until the very end when it was a head and hands, maybe I should call Sean type of ending to the show. And we'll see if I get all hick and butt on the show later. But we'll talk about that when we get to it. But my goodness, there was some bad thoughts happening from people who make decisions. So, yeah.
They it's a very weird product right now, and not the way that it's normally a weird product. It's not like, what is happening? It's like they're now introducing people who have been here for over a year, and and new people.
Yeah.
And they're like, how heavily can we hint that Naraku was evil and in House of Torture elsewhere? Which, like, there's some good too, but was done in like the most elementary school presentation possible. And they've kind of just made Tony D just a regular guy. And then the ending I can't even get to yet.
Yeah. There was stuff of consequence on the show. I mean, there was a number one contender decided for Miles Bourne's title. There was a women's speed tournament taking place, as in 2 qualifying matches for a finals match for the number one contendership.
Sure.
So like that, things like that took place. And then, there was like a second week in a row of a Tate Wilder vignette. There was, hey, let's introduce you to Saquon Sugars, which is a thing we probably should have done like a year and a half ago. There was just stuff. And then there was a lot of just hanging out. There were other matches, but, all right. But there was a lot of just hanging out in this episode, backstage to Robert Stone is illogically excited about hot dogs in the parking lot. You know what I mean? Like, he's really excited. There's going to be hot dogs. There's going to be hot dogs. There's going to be hamburgers, and everyone's invited. He sounds like the least popular kid in high school throwing a big barbecue, and everyone's invited, and nobody's going to show up. But there's going to be hot dogs and hamburgers.
There's going to be hot dogs. There's going to be hamburgers, and you're all invited. It sounded like the most local politician that someone could be.
It did. Anyway, we started out the night with Zarya coming out to celebrate that she's the new North American champion, and I was like, yeah, she deserves to kick off the show because finally, they've seen all of the potential that she has to be a really top woman in WWE. They've seen all of that potential. It was a little late. That they finally come all the way around on Zarya. They made her the North American champion. She won basically clean. She beat Tatum Paxley, a fan favorite who we were told said her goodbyes to the crowd last week. So she's moving on. Like, Zarya's moving on. She's going to defend her title, I'm sure, at the Gab against who? We don't know yet. And but they're really presenting her as something big, something that signifies that she will be protected as a champion. Not like all these other champions who, as soon as you make them champ, they start taking pinfall losses for no reason. They're not going to do that with Zarya. That's what this opening segment told me.
Oh, Alex. How things can change in a day, they say. How about in a 2-hour time period? Because that is not how the show ended. A shout out, honestly, today, like Corey Graves and Vic Joseph, without Booker T.
Oh yeah,
kind of hooped, and I liked Corey Graves and what he had to say about Zarya towards the end of this, but then it was like he made all these really good points, and then they just immediately betrayed them. It was so annoying. Like it was rough. It was rough.
It was nice to not have Booker T on the show. I don't know how bad the show would have been with Booker T, but it would have been worse. Corey Graves didn't add anything to it, but he didn't take anything away either. So, like, that's a step in the right direction because Booker T, all he does is take. He's a taker.
Well, like, I'll say this too, even if he's like for you, which he's not for me at all. But like, he takes up a lot of oxygen when he gets going.
Yeah.
So even just like the breathing room on commentary was nice. Like even if you're like, I find it entertaining, that's your prerogative. But like, just having the space was really refreshing because there was some better.
It was nice. We didn't have to hear about Cholula Green all through the main event. You know what I mean? That was nice.
Everybody got Naraku's name right from the jump.
Yeah.
It was great.
It's good. But anyway, Zarya comes out to say, you know, and people are doing the "You deserve it" chant, and she's like,
She does.
all of you didn't want me to become champion, and I'm like,
Yes,
you gotta give her some leeway. If you go out there and they're giving you the "You deserve it," there's got to be, if they're not, you do this promo. And if they are, you alter it slightly. Like, yeah, some of you are saying that now, but don't think I don't forget how much you were cheering for Soul. You say that now, but you know, or yes, some of you are chanting that, and some of you are faking it. Because I know some of you were with me from the beginning, but most of you weren't. You know, I'll acknowledge the real Zarya fans and then blow by it and do all you people. Just don't do an all you people promo. Do a most you people promo.
Most of you people promo.
A most of y'all promo would be so much better.
A great number of you people.
72% of you people didn't believe in me.
If you look at me and you look at Sol Ruka, you know we are not the same. This is the problem with what the story they told and how long they waited to tell it, is there's a lot of people that think Zarya is really cool. There's a lot of people that feel like she got screwed over by her friend for a really long time.
Right.
And they want to cheer for her. And you waited too long to make her this monster heel. Now, she could be that because her in-ring style is so intimidating and aggressive and fantastic. But not if you book her like you did at the end of the show. Right. As far as the leadway with promos thing, I know this is crazy, Alex. So hold on to your hat over there, okay? Everybody in the chat, hold on to your seat. They could also write a promo.
You told me to hold on to my hat, Kate.
With both hands, apparently. It's so good.
Well, yeah. I don't want it to get away from me.
The winds of my analysis are flying in. They're going to knock your hat right off your head.
Oh, that's right.
They could. Are you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
Write a promo that's not a you people promo. Write something different.
I'm glad I held on to my hat.
I'm so glad you held on to your hat.
You didn't see it, but I was holding it down like it was trying to get away.
I'm sure. If your headphones weren't also on top of it.
I know, they're holding
like
it
you
down
needed
too.
the added. Yeah, you needed the layer.
Like, you know how people have weighted blankets? These are weighted headphones to make sure my hat doesn't fly off.
Oh man, I would do so much better at podcasting if these were anxiety reducing.
So, okay. By the way, I'm sure people are wondering, puns. It's fully summer now. So, they also say summer is what? Beach season. Can we do beach puns? Have we done like straight up going to the seaside puns? Let's do beach puns.
We can. I was gonna say barbecue ones because of all the hot dogs and hamburgers, but we can go beach. I'm fine beach.
I feel like barbecue puns is just gonna be Meat Norma's doing meats. So like let's.
Well, hold on. We make a lot of money off of Meat Norma sending
That's
meat
true.
puns.
You know what? Here we go. Summer puns, which include going to the beach. No. I like it. It's the cookout or beach puns. You have those options, okay?
I respect it.
All right.
We should read some of these chats real quick too, because we got an
really
enormously generous one.
We should.
But let's kick off with my dad, who says, "Humper chat coming in late as we're waiting for the idea ball manatees to link Team Kalex to the SGS and JW Pringle into something witty." See, I can't remember if I've told this on air or not. I've told you. I've told it behind the paywall, I think. When I was little, didn't watch The Simpsons. You know this about me. Yeah. Part of it was like my mom, like she didn't like having voices in the background of things. So there was a time when my dad and I would sneak upstairs and BattleBots, crucially, and South Park were on back to back, which is significantly more advanced humor for a child than The Simpsons was, but it was really good. So my dad and I have a lot of South Park memories, and the Manatee Idea Balls are something that I hold sacred to this day. We have JW Pringle also saying, "Amazing, Alex, Sister Killer Kate, proud Papa Paul, Elizabeth, and all the SGS. Who needs the World Cup when you have horrible booking good?" Proud of you. Thank you, JW Pringle. And I don't follow the World Cup close enough to know if it's being booked well or not, but I know the NBA finals were. And as a diehard Knicks fan for 3 weeks or so, let me tell you, my emotions were rocked. I have been waiting at least 20 days to feel the glory of being a Knicks fan. And I've been bleeding blue and orange for just under a month, and it was so satisfying to have that win after a long season of at least 17 games that I paid attention to. So it's been a real roller coaster of a week for me.
Yeah, I just wanted to point that. Rafael Garcia did say the Beach Mortos. I got it first. I want everyone to know the Beach Mortos has been taken by Rafael Garcia. Now I just am picturing the Beast Mortos with like sunglasses and like flippers, and like he zincs that part of his nose. He puts the white stuff on the end of his big beast nose to make sure it doesn't burn in the sun.
And like Mercedes Moné is just looking insane in some incredible, gorgeous bathing suit, I'm sure. The Beach Mortos is very good.
Now you go with the big one.
The huge one from Greg Cherry, who says, "Hello, SGS. I've been off socials due to upcoming emotionally challenging anniversaries that are hitting me harder than I thought. Just wanted to say hi. Hope you are well. Here for the puns, love yins. Even the freaking home record. I had to catch up on Tomodachi Island. Listen, Tomodachi Kate does not speak for me, Kate, okay? I, on Tomodachi Island, might have stolen Tomodachi, Seth Freakin, from Becky Lynch right when she was about to romantically confess her feelings on a Ferris wheel. And I had just snuck in there, and I wasn't even considering him until Becky was about to pour her heart out. I'm awful on this island. I am causing drama with everybody. I had a huge falling out with Tony Storm. We patched things up. Alex had a falling out with me on this island. We did add two of my very favorites, and they look amazing. We did add Zack Sabre Jr. and Eddie Kingston, and Zack calls everybody a dickhead, and Eddie calls everybody partner. That's the greatest thing. You gotta subscribe.
Eddie Kingston might be the height of me as an artist, is creating the Eddie Kingston.
It's insane. It is uncanny. But they all have, you guys really you have to subscribe and play with us. But they all have little robot voices too, so it's like, hello, partner. Like it's it's the greatest thing that we've ever done.
It's very funny.
Except I am a messy bitch on this island.
You really are. You're the one who's out to start all the drama.
I really am. I'm the main character, Alex.
Kate, I just don't think you're here for the right reasons. That's what I have to say about this. So,
sometimes you need someone that's there for the wrong reasons, Alex.
Yeah,
I'm the one to stir it up. New bombshell entered the villa. It's me.
That's right. Anyway, getting back to the show we're supposed to be reviewing.
Yeah.
While Zarya is out there exuding all the confidence of somebody who knows she's going to be protected by the booking, Kalani Jordan interrupts and is like, "What do you want a shot at this title?" And no, I already had yours. I want the other one, but I'm here to give you some advice. Everybody who's chanting, "You deserve it now," by the end of the week, they're going to turn on you. I saw it happen with me. So you should. And then she just starts like saying, "Kendall and I are 1-1. So why does she get to be number one contender just because she beat me the second time? I should be number one contender because I beat her the first time." And Zari just standing there going like, "Yes, I am so confident that I'll be booked well." And then they're both interrupted by Kendall Gray, who's like, "I'm here to obviously set up a tag match. Lola Vice is coming out in about 2 minutes, and that are the main event. They don't have a main event yet, so they just decided to make this into a tag match. But don't worry, because we're all going to be booked really strong." And then Lola Vice comes out, and by the end, Robert Stone comes out, and it's like, "Hey, so," and then was it Kendall or Lola? One of them's like, "Don't tell me it's going to be a tag match with the two of us versus the two of them." And
Stop me if you've heard of this one before.
And Robert Stone was like, "That's why we have the best women's division in all of wrestling, because they can read your mind, setting up a very obvious trope." Okay.
It's one of the 4 plays they have, and they played it. Mm-hmm. But what if I told you they played it in the worst way possible?
I would say that tracks.
On the nose, Alex.
That tracks.
On the stinking nose. This is, again, one of the times where I just wish that they said the things that you narrated on the show, on this show, on their show, of, "I'm going to set up a very obvious tag match," is a fantastic little piece of promo work that I feel like they should just start saying.
I feel like they should just be honest.
That's
like,
it.
We all know what this is.
We know what this is.
Just let us know that you also know what this is.
Yeah,
would be great. So let's see. Blah blah blah. So we got Tavion Heights versus Jackson Drake.
We
the
did.
Number one contendership for Miles Bourne's title. This is another one of those where I thought they were going to go the other way. I thought that Miles Bourne eventually comes out to take out the guy with the hair and Ricky Vapes.
Sure.
Because they keep getting involved. I'm going to take them out. And I thought that him doing that was going to cause Tavion Heights to get distracted. Like, "Hey, man, I don't need you out here." And then Jackson Drake was going to beat him. Which was going to lead to Tavion Heights ruining it for Miles Bourne and Jackson Drake being the new North American champion. And then all the guys in Vanity Project would have titles, and they'd be protected by Myka Lockwood, and we'd probably run that through the summer. And then Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights would feud non-title. It would be more like a grudge thing. That is how I thought this was going to work, because that's kind of how they do things. But instead,
it's the point of the numbers game. Like, that's
right. Yeah.
That's what makes it so tricky. Is it's like when you have the numbers game,
right?
There's not much you can do with it, and so for them to be like, "Well, it just didn't work this time," I was like, "Oh, all right, touche."
Yeah. Tavion Heights is branching out, doing more things. Jackson Drake is really, really talented. He can do all the stuff that you want him to do in the ring, and then he's got that look and the character and all that kind of stuff. Like, he's the kind of guy that I could really see getting a pretty huge push in like 4 years on the main roster. Like, he'll show up and they'll do stuff with him, but like a bigger push than you would expect a young guy to get on the main roster. Like, I mean, if you told me he was, main eventing pay-per-views, plus in like 5 years on the main roster, I'd be like, yeah, this guy can get enough heat because of the like. I don't know. Do you pay attention during the? I don't know. I watch it on Netflix through NordVPN. When they during the commercial breaks and they just for Netflix they just show slow motion like glamour shots of a bunch of people on the show, and occasionally they will like break out new ones. One of them tonight was Mason Rook, which this did him no favors.
No.
He just stood there like this. And I was like, I just don't know what that is. But they had Jackson Drake now for the first time, at least the first time I saw it. And he's just doing this thing, which is just running a finger along his jaw. And I'm like, this looks Mexican, son of a bitch. Like, honestly, he's totally going to get a whole bunch of heat just by being like the way he looks.
Yeah.
Like,
and the way he leans into it, for sure.
And the way he leans into that. You know what I mean?
And we were kind of concerned about that because he's not the biggest dude.
No.
And he's got a baby face on him. So, like, I feel like he could be what they're doing with Ethan Page now, kind of. Like, it's appropriate that they were linked together because I'm like, he could get heat the same way that Ethan Page does, but, like, in his own way. But I could see him definitely, like, following in those footsteps a little bit. Like,
and I mean, I think the Vanity Project works as a group. And I continue to be surprised that they have not mined the Myka Lockwood thing for the wrong kind of comedy.
I am too, pleasantly.
I don't think that would be the case on the main roster. I think NXT has shown they are way more likely to like play against that. That is one of the major things that NXT has going for it over the main roster. The main roster, I just don't think that. So, like, he does feel like even.
Blake Monroe will be making fun of her the second she arrives.
Right. So
unfortunately,
that's exactly. So, he does seem like the kind of guy who might be paired with some giant dude. As you know, I always return to the HBK and Diesel thing because it works. And I think that him with a heavy, where he's great. You know, and especially the bigger and uglier the other guy is, to compare and contrast with like a thinner, you know, perfectly chiseled face Jackson Drake. Like, honestly, I feel like would work really well. But anyway, the match is honestly really well laid out, and you know, good stuff in it. And then again, the goofballs on the outside get involved, and out comes Miles Bourne, and Tavion Heights does get distracted and turns around into a small package, but kicks out. And then Jackson Drake ends up getting bounced up against the ropes and taking a big belly-to-belly suplex. And Tavion Heights wins. And then they do the thing I thought they were going to do
100 years ago.
No, but they did the thing that I thought they were going to do during the match to cost Tavion Heights. After he won, he gets out of the ring and says, "Miles, I don't need your help. You didn't need to be out here. I could do this on my own." And so I do not expect Tavion Heights to win, and I feel like that will, you know, send him further down the spiral. And I do think that means that we're going to get around to Tavion Heights deciding that I don't want you to be champ anymore, ex-friend of mine. And that eventually it will be Jackson Drake who does beat Miles Bourne. They're going to wait around till August to do it.
I am glad that Tavion won because I think that's going to be a really good match. And I think Tavion needs it right more now than Jackson Drake does because they have so much going on in the stable. Yeah. I'm pleasantly surprised by that as well. Like, it just feels like the past 2 weeks, I have to say, like, maybe we're getting out of inevitability mode with NXT a little bit. I hope that sticks around because we were pleasantly surprised by some clean finishes and some booking decisions last week. This also surprised me. I don't know if there's new match agents or anything too. Like some of the production of these matches has been really good. I hope Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights get the time ring-wise on the show that they need to put on something great. Because I think I will not give up on him. Like, I feel like Tavion Heights is great. And if they can find an alley for him, and they're not giving up on him either. Like, I don't think that. They just don't follow through any one path with him. And I want to see them follow through with the path with him because I think he's really special. I also feel like Miles Bourne title reign needs a boost. So if the personal former connection of them formerly being friends is the thing to make that feel a little more tenacious, I would like it. It's just hard for me to relate to because we're the two best friends that anybody could have, and like as much as you hate friendship, it's like because you can't even understand what it's like not to have friends. So it's just hard because it's like we would never betray each other like this.
Right. Yeah, that's true. So there's a segment from last week of is it Matt Matthews? The guy who was judging the fashionista thing.
Matt Matthews. Yes.
Yeah. He's out there with Aaron Rourke and Hank and Tank. They're like, wow, that was crazy. Why would a man get so upset about a sash? And then was Aaron Rourke out in this for this thing, or was he out for something else? I don't know. But then all of a sudden, the birthright comes up, and they're saying, "Oh, all these celebrities showing up." I still have no idea who Matt Matthews is. All these celebrities showing up, ruining the legacy of this business that our dads built. And then Matt Matthews says, "You should write to your daddy and thank him for your career." And I was like, okay, I guess this guy could stay. Yeah, they were there to like thank Robert Stone for putting Arianna Grace in the Arianna Venti in the
I didn't know who you were talking about there for a second.
So that she could, I don't remember her name. So that it's one of the two.
Grace? Who the hell is that?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a dumb name. It's a silly name. Arianna Venti is in the speed tournament. She's gonna be the fastest woman in the world or something. And anyway, Hank and Tank don't like Birthright, and so they're gonna have a match against Birthright next week. Like, this segment happened last week, and they're gonna have a match next week. I suppose it's because Matt Matthews had a comedy show he was doing this Tuesday, and he doesn't have one last week, and he does have one. He doesn't have one next week, so he's gonna be in Hank and Tank's corner. It's gonna be Hank and Tank and Matt. Hank and Tank and Matt versus the Birthright versus Ponytail Mustache and the son-in-law of Santino Marella.
I'm struggling for things to say with Birthright because what is there to say? Like I just
not much.
What's tough about it is it's like this is probably what they should say, right? This is like them, like we have a birthright to be here in wrestling and these darn celebs, but it's just like, no, you don't. Like half of you don't. So it's like not here. Like so, it just doesn't. It doesn't really click, and they're never booked to win anything of substance. So it is challenging to create a stable that, like, if you're going to follow through with this idea of, like, we're all these second-generation wrestlers, you kind of have to have them win a bunch of shit. Because otherwise it's like, you're just embarrassing your family.
And the thing of it is, like, Stax isn't a second-generation wrestler and doesn't belong in this thing. Arianna Venti is her father's daughter. You know what I mean? Just like that kind of a wrestler.
She's a bit of a silly goose, Alex.
Pillman Jr. is a work in progress. But, like, Charlie Dempsey's a bona fide technical wrestler. And Ponytail Mustache has some serious moves on him. Like, you could easily have Charlie Dempsey and Ponytail Mustache rack up wins in the tag division. But they're losers.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of losers. And you don't need to book them that way. You can make them be dicks that people don't like who win most of the time.
I think what you just hit the nail on the head of is they're somewhere in the middle and they need to be further out. Like, they need to either be not grounded in shit and, like, so obnoxious, or they need to be really good and back up what they're saying. I've been asked to be pulled for a chat by a returning Allie. Oh my goodness, a new bombshell just entered the villa. Hi, Allie. Allie, I know you've not stopped by in a while. I just want you to know on Monday nights we have an animated island full of wrestlers that Alex created. And they all interact with each other. And some of them fall in love, and some of them have friendship conflicts that they have to work through. And they all have little quirks. I will send you screenshots of this island later. But it's nice to see you. Bombshell.
So the women's speed tournament does indeed begin today. It is starts out with Izzi Dame versus poor Thea Hale, and that is how I'm going to refer to her now until until her fortunes change. She is going to be poor Thea Hale because she comes out. She's still got the weird, like, two-toned hair thing. And she's got new music. It does not start with "I'm a grown-ass woman." I guess it hasn't for a while, but, like, they're trying to change up the presentation of her in a lot of ways. But one of the ways is that she's they're leaning into the highly caffeinated thing. She's supposed to, like, pull out an energy drink and shotgun it, but she can't get it to work. And she fails at it pretty badly. And then she's immediately called out on it by Corey Graves on commentary, which did nobody any favors. He's like, I've never seen anyone fail to shotgun a beverage before. I think she might never be allowed to go back to Pittsburgh after failing to shotgun a beverage. And I was like, wow. But, like, I mean, she didn't have to shotgun anything. Just, like, have her come out with 2 cans of, like, Monster Energy and smash them together like Stone Cold and pour them all over her face. You know what I mean? Like, you could have that requires a lot less precision than trying to shotgun something. And maybe she nailed it in rehearsal 5 times in a row. But this time she biffed it bad and made it all look bad, and we knew she was going to lose to Izzi Dame because obviously, and so
Ellie, this is real.
No, this is real. No, I mean, poor Thea Hale. Poor Thea Hale.
They just really had... It doesn't feel like they had any plan for her after she left Chase U. Like, and it sucks. When she went to shotgun the energy drink, I was like, we cannot be doing this. Like, they have to... You have to be a real person at some point with human being emotion. Like, she's given sincere promos before, and they weren't insanely good, but they weren't embarrassingly bad. They were pretty good. And if you let her do more of them and be a human being, like, how come she keeps losing but remains completely unaffected by these losses? Like, how about they add up to something? Why did she change everything about her music and her hair, or parts of her music and her hair? Like,
yeah.
why can't you give us anything other than she's hyper sometimes? I don't know. Like, she's hyper and she's young. That's an embarrassing attempt at creating a character. Like, there's some point where it's just like, what is this performer supposed to do with what they're given? Get better at shotgunning an energy drink? Like, if this is developmental, what's being developed? Because this ain't it. Like, she's really good in the ring. It's like they're doing too much and not enough at the same time. They're like, well, what if we press on the gas with the one thing that we've established about her and then completely ignore everything else?
Yeah.
Like the fact that she's constantly losing, like the fact that she had a title that got ripped away from her. Like, she just doesn't give a shit, I guess. Like, okay. She
is able to hold her own for 2.5 of the 3 minutes versus Izzy Dame, and then she tries her like springboard senton thing, the thing that ended up winning her the North American Championship. So I guess I understand why she went back to that well, because it worked so well the first time. But unlike Blake Monroe, Izzy Dame just got out of the way, so she landed on her back and then hit her with her running Claymore knee thing that she does and pinned her. So this is a reprieve for Izzy Dame until next week. It is funny to me that they decided to. We'll talk about the other thing too. Layla Diggs has her match against Arianna Venti later in the show. Layla Diggs is better than Arianna Venti at all of the things in the ring because that's the character she plays. Arianna Venti is a bad wrestler on purpose. She's a bad wrestler. I feel like she's much better than this, but she's playing somebody who's bad at wrestling for heat. I've never liked the person who's like, I'm going to be bad at my job and you're going to want to not watch me, so you'll boo. I've never liked those things. But Layla Diggs is very good, except for at one point, Stax decides he's going to, like, I don't know, punch a lady. And so Layla Diggs kicks him off the apron and then does a moonsault onto all of Birthright. And then Arianna Venti is playing possum, very obviously playing possum, in the middle of the ring. And Layla Diggs, because she is green and new at this, walks right into a small package and gets pinned. So Arianna Venti is rather than have Thea Hale win something, for the love of God, and have it be Thea Hale versus Arianna Venti next week, giving us somebody to root for in that match. Like now we're pulling for Thea Hale. Wouldn't that be great that Thea Hale gets a couple of victories in a row? We're happy for that, and also it would build heat for Arianna Venti. What you're trying to do, you want us to hate her more, so you put her in the ring opposite a fan favorite who we all are rooting for reals. And instead of that, you're going to do Izzy Dame versus Arianna Venti next week. Arianna Venti is going to beat Izzy Dame because Son Spears screws up. Almost entirely, that's definitely happening. Unless you have Izzy Dame beat Arianna Venti, and then Son Spears screws up versus Ren Sinclair, which honestly, I feel like it's too much of a layup for them to not do both the Speed champions in Birthright. Like, that just seems like something they would think was a really great idea and make happen. So I feel like Arianna Venti not only is winning next week because Sean Spears screws up, but then she is going on to beat Ren Sinclair, who is defending her Speed title at the Gab on the same night that Kendall Gray is trying to go for her title. So Kendall Gray won't be out there to counteract all of the BS that the Birthright does. So Ren will lose her title on the same night Kendall Gray does not become women's champion, and then they'll have something to commiserate over in the Ren QCC. And so I just feel like if you're gonna do the thing, which they're almost certainly going to do, that Sean Spears screws up and costs Izzy Dame a victory in the tournament, why would you not do it here to give us Thea Hale versus Arianna Venti in the next round, as opposed to doing a heel versus heel, we don't want either of you to win match in the finals of this tournament? That's dumb. That's just 3 minutes of nobody caring what's happening on the TV. Why would you do that? That's bad.
Well, okay, so a few things. Completely unrelated to this. Not completely, because it involves Izzy Dame. I follow Izzy Dame on Instagram.
Yeah.
I thought she was a Victoria's Secret model when I was scrolling through. My goodness, that woman is gorgeous. So, just want to say, she's very, very pretty. I agree with you, and I also think, like, if you gave us, if the brackets were arranged so that you even gave us Izzy versus Thea and, like, tiny babyface underdog and, like, big, powerful, whatever, like, if you had just arranged the brackets that way, that would have been cool, too, because as we know, the brackets are one round deep. And I think they think, like, well, Arianna Grace makes people laugh, so she'll... But, like, it's a speed match. So it's... How many jokes are you going to get in your 3 minutes here? Like, I don't know. I don't... You know my feelings on the speed title anyway. I think it sucks. They have done a better job than I thought they would on making the matches interesting and how they produce them. But, like, stuff like this, I'm like, none of this means anything. And... if they just had tag titles of their own, it could feel like something. Like the speed title just doesn't hold any significance. So even if you're the champion, it just feels so like a prop. And justice for the Heritage Cup.
Yeah. Cyclo brings up a very good question. I'm not going to look it up, but maybe Cyclo will. Is this Arianna Venti's first NXT win since the Roxanne Perez won and then wouldn't let go of a crossface? So she was retroactively declared the loser match? Is that what this is? I know she's won some in TNA, obviously, but I don't think she's won anything in the,
I don't know. But if she has one, it's only been one match because I looked it up the last time she had a singles match. Seeing what they're doing on the main roster, like, thank God Dominic is not going to be king of the ring, but the way that they ran that with Judgment Day just kind of feels like they're doing that with the speed tournament here. Like, the Birthright is going to be the speed stable. Is it just a weird?
Yeah.
Weird that's a possibility.
Ren Sinclair is backstage saying, see, I wasn't in your corner last week and you won. Maybe I shouldn't ever be in your corner. No, but I love you so much, says Kendall Gray. And it's like, yeah, I know, but I have to defend my title at the Gab, so I won't be in your corner for the other thing. So maybe it'll be fine for a while. And then Lola comes in and it's like, hey, don't stop saying that you're going to win at the Gab. It makes me upset. And Ren is like, oh my God, will they or won't they be able to coexist tonight? Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to go get cleared. And then she leaves. And she's great. I really like Ren. I feel like she's too smart for this place. Like, she's the only one who's... she's almost like the lady Kevin Owens in that she's the only one who understands the tropes and is willing to call them out verbally during the show.
That's a really, really great shout. Because Kevin Owens is perfect. and everybody should be like him in every way, shape, and form. But no, that is a really, really good pull. Ren's great. Like she's so much fun. I'm glad that they have been doing stuff with her. It's kind of weird because it's like we're gonna bring all the gold back to this group, but I'm like, well, the group is 2 of you though, and there's 3 titles, so that's not true. But I get what they're going for.
Yep. That's true.
Ren is a scene stealer every time she's on screen though. Like that's something that's invaluable in WWE. They usually use it wrong, but it's invaluable to have.
Oh,
I didn't talk about Layla Diggs. She's great. That moonsault is insane. And, I wish that she had gotten... You know what I wish she got, Alex?
What's that?
The cover and the pin.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you need help getting the cover. But we've got coverage for you, my friends.
In wrestling, the most impactful heel turns are the ones you never see coming. They smile at the babyface, kick him in the nuts when they least expect it. Identity thieves work the same. In wrestling, the most impactful heel turns are the ones you never see coming. They smile at the babyface, kick him in the nuts when they least expect it. Identity thieves work the same exact way. They're out there right now, working a long con with your personal data, acquiring leaked passwords, stolen credit info, accounts opened in your name. Most people don't know they've been worked until the damage is already done. That's where CoverOn comes in. CoverOn is from the team behind NordVPN. Same team, same trust, and it's built to watch your back so you don't get blindsided. It monitors the dark web for your info, sends you credit alerts, and the second that something seems off, they run fraud risk checks before things spiral. And if someone does manage to get one over on you, CoverOn has identity theft recovery and insurance coverage to help you bounce back. I cover wrestling for a living. I'm logged in everywhere. My phone, laptop, backstage at shows and airports. That is a lot of exposure. CoverOn just runs in the background and lets me know if something is wrong. No extra work, no hassle. It's like having the best tag team partner in the business watching your corner at all times. One scam can cost you everything. Use code FIGHTFULPOD for up to 76% off or go to coveron.com/FIGHTFULPOD. The link is in the episode description. Don't let some identity thief get the pin on you. coveron.com/FIGHTFULPOD for the win.
You don't want any identity thieves around here, okay? You don't want people's identities stolen. You don't want someone claiming that they are related to you when they are not. You don't want someone just like taking a spot and claiming nepotism that doesn't really exist. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Stacks, okay? You'll never be in my group of people that are all related to second generation whatevers because I'm not allowing frauds like you around here. Not with my identity scam protection services with CoverOn. I don't know why I came in hot on Stacks, and I know that was a stretch, but I felt necessary.
That's fine. Okay. So I don't know when this happened, but I want to talk about it now because I think it's funny.
Okay.
Backstage, there was a segment where Noam Dar and Romeo Moreno were hanging out, and they're being talked to by Sean Legacy and Dorian Van Dukes. And wow, you guys are a tag team now. It's really cool. But that can't be like what you expected to do when you were coming back. Sean Legacy says, "I mean, did you really think you were going to be a tag guy?" And Noam Dar says, "No." Well, I found my tag partner now, and so then Sean Legacy says, we need to find somebody to fight in the tag division, me and Dorian Van Dukes, and then maybe we'll be able to move on up, like you guys in the tag division. And in the background we see the culling. Nico Vance and Sean Spears like walking around the back, and Dorian Van Dukes looks over at them and then pulls this really weird face like, oh. And then he says to Sean Legacy, what about them? What about the Culing? Like, there's no way you actually think that's how that's pronounced. That's not how the French say that. That's not in Belgium. The culling is not pronounced the Culing. That is really funny. Why'd you call it
Stephanie Vacqua?
Yeah, why'd you call the culling the Culing? That is so funny. And like, yeah, let's go talk to Stone. We're gonna get a match made versus the Culing. And Zakuling. What? We should go and have a match against Zakuling. And there they go talk to Stone. We never see that conversation happen, but yeah, they make the match for next week.
Yes, that was very. I don't know if it was intentionally or unintentionally funny, but it was because he also made a face where he like paused, and I was like, I don't know if this is intentional or not, but it was very funny. It seems like they are trying with their tag division, which is more than I could say for the main roster. So that part's good.
It is.
We will see.
Yeah. We
Allie said, I don't like NXT. Can we talk about Monday Night Wrestler Island? Allie, when you're available to, you're going to have to experience it, but I will send you screenshots because
you gotta like go back a few weeks to see when Oba Femi and Willow Nightingale got married and then had an incredibly ugly baby that we banished from the island.
I forgot that we did that.
Yeah. So
Allie raises a good point. She said Linda the bombshell. We should not be on the island. Linda and Sheila should be on the island. Think about it this way. If I'm this much of a messy bitch on the island, imagine Linda and Sheila.
Yeah, that's true. So anyway, there's a backstage segment again where Robert Stone is on the phone to I have no idea who. He's like, yep, we're gonna do it in the parking lot. There's gonna be hot dogs, there's gonna be hamburgers, and everyone's invited. No. I mean everyone. Everyone's invited. So there's in the parking lot of the Performance Center. There's a tailgate party and watch along in the Performance Center parking lot where there will be hot dogs and hamburgers, and everyone's invited. I know this won't happen, but I want so many people to show up demanding free hot dogs and hamburgers that the police have to be called, and there is an unrest, a civil unrest. Like, we want hot dogs, we want burgers. Like, I need that.
I was told there would be hot dogs and hamburgers. Robert Stone has control of nothing, and honestly, I get it. Like, sometimes I feel that way in my life, but he doesn't have control over his own show. He doesn't have control over this barbecue. This guy needs to take he needs to go on Pinterest and download at least an event planning checklist or something. If this barbecue runs like he runs the show, it's gonna be a disaster. I'm nervous about it for him.
Yeah. Since you were a big South Park gal, we need there to be a free hot dog
Free hat.
And everybody shows up to try and free a murderer from prison whose name is Hot Dog, and Robert Stone gets caught up in the middle of it, and that'd be very funny.
It's perfect.
Anyway. So Keanu Carver bursts into his office shirtless because, of course, he is. And it's like, hey, you said you were going to get me somebody to fight. Who are you going to get me to fight? And then EK Prosper also shows up. It's like, I didn't want to do this with the two of you here, but yeah, EK Prosper is your opponent for next week, Keanu Carver. And Keanu Carver, I think, fairly justifiably is like, you got Naraku and Mason Rook fighting each other to be the number one contender for the world title, and I get to face like the dude from Evolve. Like, what's up? Like, and EK's like, hey, put some respect on my nyam, and so they're gonna have a match about it next week. But Keanu Carver like was positioned to be something. Like, you did a whole like human interest story on him, and he murdered Joe Hendry on Joe Hendry's way out of the territory, and he really has fallen way down the card, and I don't understand why. So,
so Robert Stone does have this freak out about his barbecue, right? He's talking to this person on the phone, and he was like, well, I haven't gotten to tell EK Prosper yet. And EK Prosper walks in, and I'm like, well, maybe put the invite to the barbecue on hold and get your affairs at work in order, Robert Stone. I actually really liked this interaction because I feel like they both sounded like human beings, which we don't always get on NXT. But EK Prosper was like very grounded in the way that he was offended, and Keanu Carver was, I think, also very good in this. At one point, I don't know if you saw the side eye that he gave him. It wasn't even a side eye. He just looked at him up and down, and I was like, if someone looked at me that way, I would die. He looked at him like, you are nothing. With the up and down, I was like, okay, well, just because you don't think he's a worthy opponent, it sounds like you don't think he's worthy to be alive. My God. But I did enjoy the interaction. Like, I felt like they both sounded very much like human beings, and it didn't feel nearly as staged, which is refreshing.
So Tony D and Naraku have their sit down. It's Tony D walking through a park on some kind of cobblestone walkway, and then looks up, and there's like gosh, I forget the word for it in Japan, but it's the Japanese gate thing. There's a Hattori, is that what it's called? The gate, like, anyway, it's at this the gate that goes up, and it's like a weird H thing. You know what it looks like. And he sees one and he keeps walking. So I don't know, is there like a local Japanese gardens in
Florida?
in Orlando? I don't know. There's an amazing Japanese garden in Rockford, Illinois. It's like one of the best in America. It's beautiful. Like, there's got these giant koi pond and these amazing little waterfalls, all the like actual endemic to Japanese plants and trees. It's beautiful. I don't know why it's there, but it's really cool. The Anderson Japanese Gardens. Torrygate. Thank you. That's what it is.
Can we all go there instead of watch NXT? That sounds great.
It'd be wonderful. It'd be lovely. But so he meets Naraku, who like, Stone gave me this contract to give to you to sign, and Tony D'Angelo is like, hey, so I did my research on you. I also, like, I've done these before. I know what the sit down is. I know what this is. I did my research on you. In Japan, you did all this stuff. You won titles. You were the world champion over there, but you didn't do it by yourself. You had a whole gang of madmen running roughshod over everybody over there, like stomping on all the Japanese traditions. And I wanted to say, torturing everybody every chance they got in a house, you might say, of torture. Like, they were really leaning into all the stuff without actually saying it. And I liked that Tony was smart enough to do that research, to let us know. Like, and also he's like, you had all those guys watching your back, doing all your dirty work for you. You came over here by yourself. you think you can get this done by yourself. You can't. Not against me. If you had all your boys here, maybe, but not against me one-on-one. You're not taking the title from me. And he says, hey, aren't you going to sign this? And Naraku says, all in due time, I will present to you the signed contract next week. Because after he signs it, you're going to change it to have a weird stipulation? That's no longer a valid contract. So why won't you sign it now? And I don't know what they're going to do next week.
John Cena just took it from Finn Balor, so... I like that Tony D was smart enough to do that research. It was written real dumb. It just was to step all over Japanese tradition. It's like, well, if you know anything about Japanese wrestling, like, also, I won't bore people with a history lesson, but like I've learned more recently too that like they used to do dumb shit like that all the time in the 80s because they were reliant on magazines for their exposure. So they would do dumb angles all the time, usually interference based, and it's very part of Japanese wrestling actually. But anyway, I'm wondering if the contract not being signed is because Evil will not be doing it alone or Naraku will not be doing it alone. Most of this was good. The way that they keep like working the name Evil into stuff, I'm like, oh my god, just call him Evil. Like, just spell it differently.
You're an incredibly evil man.
How much evil can you bring to this? Oh my god, like,
Evil, 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 evil.
Other than that, it was good though. I feel like the presentation for Naraku has been very good so far. Like he's not as bad as everyone wants to pretend. People just got sick of House of Torture. And he's being presented like a big deal. I like that he was like, you won the biggest prize in Japan and 14 other titles. Like, that stuff is really good when you point it out. And WWE doesn't always acknowledge outside of their own world. So I'm glad that they are here because it's important.
Yeah. Tony D walks away and Naraku says, evil is coming.
So Dr. Evil from Austin Powers is going to be in Naraku's corner.
Yeah, that's right. Nattie and Jaida Parker. Now, this is what they made a big deal of this going into the night. Like they see Jaida Parker walking through the parking lot. It's a big match for her, blah, blah, blah. And then we see Nattie walk off from the elevator, and she is flanked outside the elevator by Nikita Lyons and Carmen Petrovich. And like one of these things is not like the other. Like I feel like Nikita Lyons, really? It's just because the
troll who sings a lot.
Just because the two of them talk trash to Jaida Parker, like 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. That's how they're involved. They're not in her corner during the match. They show up and like stand with her after she wins. Spoiler alert. It's a really good match.
It's Jaida really Parker, good.
Like really holds her own in it. Like was dropping out like all kinds of really cool counters into really like submission stuff I did not know she had in her repertoire whatsoever. Like in like really cool ways of getting into it. I really liked a lot of the stuff that she was doing in it. And I was like, yeah, but the story dictates that she loses the first match. So if it was me and she's got this stuff, I would have had her do Jaida Parker stuff. The stuff that we've seen her do before because she thinks that's going to get her the victory. And it gets her close. But Nattie is smarter than that and has her scouted. And yeah, like some of the stuff that Jaida Parker does connects and rocks Nattie, but Nattie has her scouted and so uses the scouting report against her and beats her. And then when they have the rematch, Jaida has added new things to the thing, like all of these submission maneuvers, and that's why she gets the victory over Nattie. Like, this was always going to be a multi-match feud. And Jaida was always going to have to lose the first one. So why you would have her do a whole bunch of stuff that she's never done before, make it look awesome, and then have her lose anyway, feels like you're not writing the story correctly. You know what I mean? Like, if she's already learned how to do a whole bunch of new moves, and she does them really well, and that's still not enough to beat Nattie, what the hell is enough to beat Nattie? You know what I mean? Like, what's the stuff, like, but, I mean, I don't know. It was a very good match. Nattie put her through her paces. Jaida Parker proved that she's got what it takes to do these kind of things.
This was a really cool match for Jaida.
But it was kind of weird that the way that the whole thing ended was, I got you in a headlock. I'm going to walk you up the ring steps. Nattie slips out the back of the headlock and then, like, grabs her leg weird and pulls. And then, like, from then on, like, Jaida doesn't have the balance to get anything done and ends up getting put in the sharpshooter and having to tap out.
I hate when I'm watching something really great in front of me and then I have, like, these twinges of pain, because I'll get the negative thing out of the way first. I just, like, weep for what they won't let this Nattie character be. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that this is not a compelling character on the main roster is fucking crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. What we saw from her tonight, like,
Yeah.
I know I'm, like, technical wrestling gal, and I know, like, whatever, but, like, seeing her do what she did today, the way she came in hot, like, when you come in hot with technical wrestling, I've talked about this with ZSJ as a hot tag too, like how he clears the ring with, like, holds and shit. Like, seeing her, like, control the pace of this match to make this so interesting and throw so much more heat on it than it deserved, quite frankly, like, was so great. And it genuinely, there's so many times wrestling is like, it's got to bring out a different side of whatever, and it fails. This genuinely brought out a side of Jaida Parker I don't think anybody knew she had.
For sure.
And kudos to Jaida, because, like, this is not how she's presented at all. I don't think anybody knew she had the depth to have some of the reversals in this that she did. She was great. She was great in this. As far as the rest of the story, I'll let it play out. Unlike you, because I am intrigued by some of the possibilities that could be. It just, I hate to sound mean toward talent. I really don't like to. But the fact that they wasted this Nattie character on a Maxine Dupree who was just not ready at all is so upsetting to me. Because, like, if they did this imagine if they did this before we knew who Kendall Gray was and what she had. Like, come on. Like, this could be so cool if it was, like, Nattie's dojo. That shit could run the mid-card for a long time. And, it breaks my heart that they gave it one shot and they put themselves in a really negative position on the main roster. But what we saw tonight was one of the more compelling. And there's a lot of really good women's wrestling on NXT. This actually accomplished the job of bringing out a different side of a wrestler than we normally see. And normally that is such, like, a half-assed thing. And this was full ass, Alex. That's what that was. This was all the way, and it was great. It was great.
I thought it was well done. After Nattie wins, she gets out on the ramp and gloats with Nikita Lyons and Carmen Petrovich. So
half of that's a great idea. Half of that is a great call.
Yeah, the other half is ass. So
hey. Well, and it's just like with what Nikita is now.
Yeah, she's
like a troll who, like, sings at people. I'm like, this has
work.
nothing to do with anything.
No.
Carmen is alive, and I was like, is that Anna Jay? And then I was like, oh no, that's Cara Petrovich. It kind of looked like Anna Jay at first.
It did for a second. It did. So Mason Rook and Lizzie Rain are friends, which is how you know Mason Rook is now fully babyface. Because he came in as a super heel, but they were like, no, he's a babyface now.
Which honestly,
I mean, well, yeah, but they should probably like do more work to make that a thing, as opposed to like, oh, the babyface. I guess like it just they didn't do anything to make it happen, so it's fine.
I agree with you 97% of the time. Because it was so bad, I'm like, we can just throw it out the window. I feel the same way about Kevin Knight and the Don Callis family. If they just dropped that whole thing and didn't explain it, I'd be like, that's okay. Like, the ends justifying the lack of means is perfectly fine. Dump that shit off the side of the road.
I mean, listen, I get the problems with Kevin Knight and the Don Callis family. I have no problems with Andrade versus Kevin Knight, though, because that's definitely happening, and that gives us a really good reason to do it. So I like that they're creating tension there, but that's happening tomorrow. We'll talk about
Fair
it.
Enough.
That's the thing that's going to talk about tomorrow. So Tristan Angels comes in and talks about how he's more British than they are, I guess, and also that he's the real Mr. NXT, which is like not true. Like you lost the competition. You beating up the guy who actually won doesn't make you the champion. Like if Victor Wembanyama ran out and beat the hell out of Jalen Brunson, he's not the champion now.
Pal.
You know, like I don't think that's how that works.
I just appreciate you speaking my language because I love basketball so much.
Because you're such a basketball head.
I love basketball
you know?
so much.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I just can't stop talking about it.
Yep. Then Aaron Rourke is there to be like, hey, you shut up. And Tristan Angels, I want to fight you with your Evolve title on the line. And Aaron Rourke is cool. And Mason Rook is like, you should kick his ass. And Aaron Rourke is like, I intend to. And I'm like, this is awesome. And I want to see Aaron Rourke wrestle because I've never seen him wrestle. But I'm really intrigued by the first openly gay champion ever in the history of WWE at any level. So I'm really intrigued by that. But I do wish they had introduced him to us as a wrestler as opposed to a fashion show judge. And then after that, giving him wrestling time. But I'll allow
I get you. I will say it at least stemmed from that story, so that's good. I also kind of love that Tristan Angels is like, just because we're English doesn't mean I'm like you, sweetheart. Like, I kind of dig. He is, for anybody that has seen the movie School of Rock, Tristan Angels is the kid who said, you're tacky and I hate you. That's Tristan Angels. I'm glad Aaron Rourke is getting a shot on NXT as well. That makes me very, very happy. And I like that, like, out of the Mr. NXT stupid thing we did last week, like, they carried it over to something, so that's great. Like, good on them. And also good on them for turning Mason Rook face, because that was not working.
Yeah.
He's big, he's bad, he'll body slam your dad. We want to root for that guy.
Right. Meet Norma says, after the finals, he's victim Wembanyama.
He didn't shake hands. He has no code of honor. Can you believe that?
He's French.
It wasn't that you said it's French, it was about it.
They historically have not handled defeat well. I'm just saying.
Which they've had enough of it. You'd think they'd have learned by now, am I right? Love saying ethnocentric things.
Tate Wilder has a deformed pinky finger.
Yeah. Adversity.
Yeah. but apparently that's where he gets the weird logo because because his pinky is deformed like this. So when he tries to do the hang loose thing, like
It's like
it's like one horn down and one horn up on like a steer or something. And I'm like, fine, just how about you win like a thing, like I mean, just like
win a thing.
just
I'm so sorry about your finger. Win the thing and get back to me, Pumpkin Patch.
yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Not mad about
yeah.
it.
Or you know what? You know what? You know who else had a finger problem? Bianca Belair. And you know what she did about it? She got pregnant. Have a baby, Tate Wilder, and then come to me bitching about your fingy. Okay?
You know what, Tate Wilder? Have a baby. I mean, you were like, we miss Bianca Belair. Just saw it off, Bianca, and have a nub. That was the point you were at. So
Yeah. I mean,
hey, my
listen,
uncle had a dislocated finger that never got set right, and he can play an extra fret on the guitar because of it. So
there you go. Also,
Overcoming adversity.
if Tate Wilder can wrestle with the weird deformed pinky, Bianca Belair should have been able to get into the ring with her weird deformed ring finger.
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily like a 1-to-1 comparison just because it's.
I'm just saying, or you know what? Cut it off. I mean, not now because you're pregnant, but like before then.
Tate Wilder, get pregnant is the net of this conversation. We don't care about your stupid finger. Have a baby. Have a baby, win a thing, and get back to us, Tate Wilder.
That's right. That's right.
Last week, or the week before, Brian Alvarez got to be the more unhinged one of the two of us. Now we are so back. Have a baby, Tate Wilder, and win a thing.
So, on the Great American Bash card, which will be preceded by hot dogs and hamburgers, and everyone's invited.
Of course. We should eat them on air. I'll bring vegan one.
All right. I'll try and find some that are like chicken or something, so I don't have to like get the nitrates. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Party
maybe.
City is down. I don't know what to do for these things anymore.
It's a Great American Bash.
I know.
And it's
Dollar
like
Tree.
Just Dollar Tree just gives you all kinds of ridiculous stars and stripes stuff.
That's fair.
So, listen. So we have on the Great American Bash card a Saquon Sugars versus Deion Lennox match. And now, 16 months after their debut, they decided to tell us literally anything about Saquon Sugars. Only a mere 16 months after their debut.
It did not explain his one sleeve situation.
No, I was waiting for him to like say that, like, my grandfather tragically lost an arm at the shoulder in like a factory accident, and so to honor him, I only wear one sleeve. Because he could only wear one sleeve.
Sweet.
And even if that wasn't the case, he should have lied and said that was what happened. Because, but we do find out that he is from Southeast Washington, D.C.
Yes.
But he ain't no gangsta. There's a picture of him as a small boy. Well, not a small boy. He was a big boy in this picture of him in boxing clothes. I think Saquon Sugars has lost weight since he was 10 years old. He was a big boy. It's a good little profile with a good little promo delivered. It did not appear, didn't have his usual flavor. I wonder if they're trying to like smooth him out a little bit for the babyface run.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Just felt more facey.
but it was fine. I did like, I don't Osiris Griffin, ACL, MCL, PCL, LCL. It's all alphabet soup to me. He can't walk, let alone wrestle. So I got rid of him. And I like that. And like he and Dion Lennox. I did like he's like these three athletes forming a faction, and they needed me because they were coming into my sport. And then I realized that they were taking all this stuff from me to become more complete wrestlers and not just football players.
Right.
And so
it was good.
I thought that was good. He and Dion Lennox are going to have a face-to-face next week before their match, so we will all be waiting patiently for that.
Yes, we will. Video was good. I like when they're in different environments than like backstage or whatever. It does add a nice flair to it when it's a little more personal. I just was like, oh, okay. Like Saquon Sugars has been on the show for a year, at least. So that part caught me off guard. I was like, you introduced nobody and now you're introducing everybody. And the timing's just weird because it's right before a PLE. So, but that also just goes to show you they didn't really like carve out singular identities for anybody in Dark State because they still have to do this. But we've been of the belief, and I remain of the belief, and I'm sure you do too, like, this guy has a very, very high ceiling, and he is a mega star at a time where they need some men's single star. So the fact that they even made the effort to have a vignette, I feel like is just a very good sign that they're pushing him forward.
Yeah. All right, and then we got our main event. Our main event, which was 4 really talented women fighting each other in really fun ways. Listen, sometimes, and I think I've brought this up before. Sometimes you see a thing that you've never seen before, and it's so good, you're like, oh, you should not have used this right now.
You should have saved it.
You should have saved this. I've never seen anybody counter an F5 with a Fujiwara armbar.
That was
one of
really
the damnedest
cool.
things I've ever seen in my life. At some point, unless you are the dumbest mother effers on the planet, you're going to run a Kendall Gray versus Zarya for one of their titles match. And if you're going to have Kendall Gray win that match, that's the spot you have her do. That was amazing. Zarya puts her up on her shoulders to do an F5, and she spins into a Fujiwara armbar out of it. It was so cool looking. It happened in minute 6. Like, you can't do that there. You have to, like, do it where it friggin' matters. If you have it, you do it to finish this meaningless tag match, I guess fine. But you can't do it in minute 6. You got to do it like I would say, if you know you got that in you, and you pitch it to the agent should say, keep that one in your back pocket. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna talk to HBK about it. We're gonna set up a match between the two of you just so we can do that spot in a major match. There's no reason to do it here. Like, that was awesome. Really, really cool.
She's something else. She really
Zarya fought out of the Fujiwara armbar, and Kendall flipped it around into a cross arm breaker. Was really cool.
Awesome.
And I'm watching these two guys, and I'm like, these two girls could be wrestling soulmates. Like, with how good Zarya is as a power wrestler, and like Kendall Gray's ability to, like, she's so sudden with some of her counters.
Yes.
Like, all of a sudden you get the
they're out of nowhere
going toward her. And I was like, these two should be like, one day out of the week should be just the two of them messing around in a ring. block off one of the rings in the Performance Center, and on every Thursday, it's just them for 2 hours figuring stuff out, because they're gonna mess around and have one of the greatest women's matches in the history of NXT, unless the bookers get in the way. And gosh, I wonder if that might be a thing.
Why would you think that, happen. Alex?
I don't know.
The chat is bringing up Zach again, and since we've been talking about him all episode, I'll just say this. When I saw that move, like, what's so fascinating about stuff like that, Alex, is not just like the I've never seen it before thing, but like part of my fascination with Zach and with stuff like this is like when I'm into something and then you're evolving it, when you're like, I've mastered this thing and I'm also on the bleeding edge of it now, like I am compelled by your work. I find that inspired. Like, it's not that you're just great at mastering this side of things, it's that you are now building the next chapters of how this is going to carry on in pro wrestling. And the fact that Kendall Gray kind of showed up out of nowhere to do this and is doing it as a woman is really, sorry for cursing, really fucking cool. Like, it's so rare, and even rarer in WWE, that we get to see shit like that. And Zarya is breathtaking. So, like, I wish I could just be positive about it, but then they did this to it, right? So it's like, when you don't just allow the breathing room for the cool shit to shine through, it's more maddening than if you hadn't done it at all. Like, when you go and muck it up like this, like, why bother doing it at all? Because now this all leads to nothing. Like, that part is so, it's the most maddening part of reviewing this product, is like, it's not the stuff that's dumb from the get. It's when you see these people shine and then you go and you throw it out the window because you have to do something completely nonsensical with it. It so diminishes the value, and it's so frustrating, and I just wish it would last longer, Alex. And I know I'm not the only one.
I know. Yeah.
Wishing things would last longer, because if your lady or your fella or the person that sends you an eggplant emoji at 2 a.m. is ready for better sex, then you should be too. That's where Blue Chew comes in, and they've been on a mission for years to get you bricked up, build your confidence, and help you actually perform in the bedroom. Their new arousal boosting formula, Blue Chew Gold, is helping millions of men have better sex in 2026. And while most ED meds only focus on blood flow, Blue Chew Gold goes further by combining 2 ingredients for blood flow and 2 ingredients for mental arousal and connection. So you're not just physically ready, you are actually in the mood. And this type of innovation is why Blue Chew Gold is the #1 brand in erectile function. So don't let your mind get in the way of a good time. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a deal for our listeners. Right now, when you buy 2 months of Blue Chew Gold, you get a 3rd month free with the promo code FIGHTFUL. That's promo code FIGHTFUL. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast. I'm talking about innovating wrestling, and Blue Chew's like, we're innovating erectile function. So, there you go. We're at the last match. I hate doing Blue Chew reads during women's matches, but we were running out of time.
Zarya fights out of a guillotine at one point that Lola puts on her. She hits a couple of badass spears. She looks really good in the match.
She does.
Which is what makes the ending
all the more annoying.
All the more upsetting. So, here's the deal. 4 women in the match, 2 champions, and 1 that has a match for one of the championships coming up in 12 days. And 1 who's got nothing. given the 4 people in that match, only one of them is the option to get pinned.
Right.
Kalani Jordan is the only one you can pin in this match.
Correct.
She's the only one. There's nobody else you can pin in this match. You can't pin anybody else in this match. Now that sucks for Kalani Jordan, but that's where she is currently. And if you do something so that something weird happens, she can blame Zarya for it.
That part.
Like,
she could do something with the loss. Yeah.
So here's the thing. The match ends when Zarya hits a giant spear on somebody on the outside. And then on Kendall, I think. And hits and picks up Lola into an F5. I guess she was gonna like do it on the apron. But then just over the barricade between, like, there's that weird plexiglass where the fans are sitting on the risers. Tatum Paxley stands up in the barricade. And Zarya loses her mind. This is not somebody you've been feuding with for years. This is the woman you beat for the title last week clean. Like, you can be weirded out that she's here, but you don't need to lose your mind and like drop Lola Vice without doing a move to her.
Way bigger
and then storm
like
over to her, and then like Tatum just drops down like in a box like structure behind the barricade like structure, and then Zarya gets back in the ring and ends up taking a back fist and gets pinned by Lola. Her first week as North American champion, she is a dum-dum on the outside and then gets pinned by Lola Vice.
Correct.
Now, if you say, well, we want to set up Tatum versus Zarya in a rematch. Okay, I say, well, you have Tatum. The only way you can do this, though, is if you make Tatum into a sore loser. Are you willing to do that? Because Tatum lost clean last week. Tatum just straight up got bested by the better woman last week. And she shows up being like, how dare you take my title from me in a fair fight? Which makes Tatum into a pissy little bitch. And that's not who we want our taters to be. We want our taters to be honorable and like recognize that, hey, I lost the fight. If you wanted to show up and say, I would like a rematch, please, well, then your time to do that would have been at the beginning of the show when Zarya was out there talking. Instead, you decided to, like, I don't know, just hang out in a box behind the barricade until the middle of the show when you got up, and then Zarya forgot that she wasn't feuding with. She forgot that Tatum Paxley wasn't Sol Ruka. That's basically what this looked like.
That was the part that annoyed me the most. Was like, it felt like they wanted her to transfer all the betrayal she felt from Sol onto Tatum with zero of the work. Like, she just beat her clean. She's like 4 times. It takes, what's the she's 5 apples tall. It's like you have to be 5 taters stacked on top of each other to be the size of Zarya. Why would she lose her mind upon seeing this woman and
I don't know.
be disoriented about the match she was in? Like, this is 1 week into her title reign. And, and we waited so long to get here, and then the first thing you do is immediately compromise her? Like, this is just such a bad idea all around. And to do a fake goodbye with Tatum, like, unless maybe they were like, well, we thought we wanted to call her up, but we realized we don't actually have plans for any women, including our own world champion, so she can stick around Like I just I can't even say it's not creative because it's so stupid. It like how did you even think of it? Like is how bad this idea was. Were you through for our champion and the woman she just beat clean is just bonkers. Bonkers to me.
If you needed to do this, and you want Tatum to be a sore loser, you have Tatum, you have Zarya, see Tatum, then for some reason she loses it, or Tatum attacks her. She's not the legal person in the match, but Tatum and Zarya fight to the back. And Kalani is like, what the hell? What's going on? And Kalani turns around and do a back fist from Lola. And Kalani gets pinned. And she can be pissed at Zarya for abandoning her during the tag match. And then we can get some more, like, I want to see some this version of Kalani versus Zarya. That'd be a really fun heel versus heel match. I'd watch that. So, like, that'd be a way to get to it, and you would be pinning the one person in the match who's allowed to take the pin. You just can't do this to Zarya on her first. Like, again, just when we thought maybe they finally figured it out that Zarya is somebody you should be booking strong, they pin her during her first week as champion.
It's also like, go ahead, make the call. Just make the call. Make the call.
Sean. Yes, it's me. Yes, I saw. What is the grand plan? Uh-huh. 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 I gotta tell you, that all sounds like it sucks. Yeah. No, I'm serious. That sounds like it sucks. Just, you just, so, no, that all sounds like it sucks. It does. I don't know. Get Lord Tensai on the phone. I want to talk to Lord Tensai. Tensai, what are you doing over there? No, I don't know. What are you doing with Zarya? I know. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Fine. You're no help. Get Hickenbutt back. Hickenbutt, do better. Bye.
I think you should start saying I love you when you get off the phone with him so he knows it's not personal and that it's just creative.
He knows how I feel about him. I don't have to say it.
That is crazy. You guys are so funny. Alex is a great actor. Though that was not acting. I don't know why you said that in response to that, but yeah. Get Lord Tensai on the phone. Albert.
Oh my God.
You say very nice things about him and Diesel on a frequent basis. And that pairing.
I do. Oh boy. So yeah, that's the end of the show. So that's it.
That's not the end of our show though, Alex.
No, it's not.
It's a terrible way to end the show and it's a dumb thing to do to Zarya. But
yeah. Drake Cherry says nice track jacket.
Thanks, it was gifted to me by you. No, other side. It rules.
Meat Enormous says, out of an abundance of pepperoni. God, don't you hate when that happens? I have too much pepperoni. I made a pizza mostly from scratch. Pics in the SGS Discord. Let's crank. I hope NXT was cromulent. Noodles. So I get my pizza fix. There's these little mini garlic naan bread that I get from Aldi.
Hell
It's
yeah.
140 calories per little mini garlic naan. And
Delicious.
then I put on some good pizza sauce, not the crap, the good stuff. And
Sure.
then some part skim mozzarella and turkey pepperoni. And that's how I get my, because I can't not eat pizza. And this is close enough to the real thing while being, it's like
it scratches the itch while being healthy-ish.
It's like 280 calories per little mini garlic naan. And some nights I'll have like 3 of them because I banked enough. I have enough calories left over in the day, and I'm like, that's good. I'm good. I got that.
Hell yeah.
But like, yeah. So I mean, you can make it work. It's difficult. Don't get the real pizza from the restaurants. That's chock full of terrible things. You can make it work. Tom the Valley says, I had socks on before that. That knocked them off. Hold on to your hats should be hold on to your socks. If you're not wearing hats, hold on to your socks. Okay, some puns, summer puns, both cookout variety and beach variety. Tom Valley says Dalton Sandcastle and the Outriggers.
Very good.
Meat Enormous says a bunch of dumb beaches. And Vacation of Domination.
Very good.
Greg Cherry says sand and deliver.
And deliver.
JW Pringle says stupid beach. That's the ultimate woman's heel turn.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Greg Cherry says Tay condiments.
I miss her I miss full on Tay Conte.
Yeah, me.
Or Mellow now, I guess.
Meat Enormous says Penta El Cerro Meatless Burgers. Bam Bam Bungalow. Sunscreen Okerlund. Dakota Kayak. Grill Osprey. My Cookout. The Bovine Dominion. The Jersey Gore.
Very good. Grill Osprey pops me.
Rafael Garcia says Chris Summer Camp Tito. Sandbag Castles. And Camp Carouche.
Very good.
Oh, wait, no, I'll do that later. Z Delgado says Zach Surfer Jr. The Fabulous Hula. The Fabulous Hula. Very funny. Boat Dallas.
I didn't get it at first because dyslexia and brain, and then when you said it, I was like, oh my god, that's so
The
good.
Fabulous Hula is nothing. The Fabulous Hula is
everything. Yeah.
Boat Dallas, Sandcastles of Blind, the Brisk Charcoals,
very nice.
And the Jaws of Jericho. Man, somebody get Tommaso Ciampa out of the Jaws of Jericho.
Lord Almighty.
We're going to get the Jaws of Life to get him out of the Jaws of Jericho.
He keeps posting on his Instagram about all the fitness that he is pursuing, which is incredible because he's in insane shape. But I always just want to be like, it's just Jericho. He's like, before Wembley, blah, 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 like this many calories and this is what I'm doing. I'm like, it's just Jericho. You don't have to go this hard for Jericho, Tommaso. It's okay.
Me Norma says finger poke a pontoon, Psycho jet ski, and Tannhausen.
Tannhausen.
I'm going to catch some rays.
We did that
so, yes, we did. This one. Sunset flip-flops.
Very nice.
Sunset flip-flop powerbomb.
That's right.
Was in a photo says the Undertoker. And Brett the Hammerhead Shark. T Electric Mayhem says, we are the Sandbar.
Very nice.
And the Gull Club.
Nice.
Greg Cherry says Scuba Femi.
Scuba.
Now I'm just picturing the world's largest wetsuit made specifically for Scuba Femi.
Can you imagine how ripped he would look in a wetsuit? Like, oh my gosh. He would
the
be
wetsuit, the seams would be bursting all over that thing.
Crazy.
Meet Norma says Notorious Bikini.
Like
and
very good.
And Hell in a Seashell.
Hell
in a seashell.
That sounds so. As far as hell goes, pretty delightful.
Pretty good. Lieutenant Photo says House of Black Sand, Hang 10 Adam Page, and John Moxley.
Very nice.
And Greg Cherry says the Great Bermuda. Or the Great Bermuda. Depending on which one you were. Lieutenant Photo says FTR. Flip-flops, tans, and relaxations. Flop guys out.
Flop guys out is very funny.
Are they doing a beach break again? We got to get them out in flip-flops and say flop guys out.
I hope so just for that. Yeah.
Meet Norma says Adirondack and Cash. Crocs Lesnar. The Canoe Day.
It's a canoe day. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Greg Cherry says Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Very good.
Tadek Mayhem says Snorkel Mike Bailey, Kelp Sabian, and Captain Sean Dune. Meet Norma says Speedboat Mike 2-0
Bailey. Against MJF.
Suntan Hansen. I was going to say Suntanhausen, but Suntan Hansen. Suntan Hansen. And Wave Batista.
I like it. Wave Batista is very good.
Greg Cherry says Braze Wyatt.
Very good.
Greg Cherry says Meteora.
Our cookout puns.
Meteora. Meet Norma says Patio Bafemi. Cookout runners. Get these hamburgers. The Nation of Vacation. The Hot Dogs. Dalton Sandcastle. AC Styles. Harlem Heatwave. Grill Goldberg and Son. Burn it down.
That rules. AC Styles is very good. The house that AC Styles
built. Greg Cherry says, awesome conch.
I like that one a lot.
Greg Cherry says, Adam Cole, Baywatch.
Adam Cole, Baywatch. I'm here for it.
Greg Cherry says, oil and frisbee. Tito Tremaine says Captain Luau Bano.
That's so good. Oh my god, that's so good.
Andre the Giant Squid and Cousin Reef.
Nice.
Greg Cherry says peer money. Not beer money, but peer money.
Oh, thank you for explaining that one to me. I was too blind.
Meet Norma says, we the one pieces, and you the two pieces. Gail Kim, Claudio, and John Bugspray.
Those are very good.
Bugspray!
He's just like coming out from the woods.
Meet Norma says Coachella Hayes, Picnic Camarado, and Sunray Mysterio. Greg Cherry says Mercedes Anemone.
Anemone.
Anemone. Mercedes
Anemone changes everything.
Anemone. And Greg Cherry Brands also says Last one. My snorkel knows my story.
My snorkel knows my story.
Let's see here. Okay. All right. This is good. All right. We got a couple here. We're good to know. Tom Lay says, hold up. Kate has a flaw as Stone Cold and a Triple H?
Extremely flawed. Where flawless comes in, I don't know.
I feel like Triple H is almost better than your Stone Cold. I'm just saying.
Oh, it's definitely better than my Stone Cold.
I think it might be better than your Stone Cold. I'm just saying.
Listen, it's a new era. It's what we do.
Era. Okay. You have one as Stone Cold, and I have a couple of other ones.
Stop doing this. It's not a good impression, and it hurts.
Especially this one. This one was going to be really hard to do.
This is just mean. Don't be mean to me. Bad enough I have to read everything 3 times. Jump, bounce, down, up. Jump, pogo, 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 pogo. Bounce, pogo, 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 pogo. Down, pogo, 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 pogo. Up, pogo, 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 pogo. Jump, pogo, bounce, pogo, up, pogo, down, pogo. I went out on a date with a girl, a bit late. She had so many friends, gliding through my hands. I brought my pogo stick just to show her a trick. She had so many friends, gliding through my hands. Jump, pogo, 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 what? Bounce, pogo, 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 what? Down, pogo, 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 what? Up, pogo, 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 what? Jump, pogo, bounce, pogo, up, pogo, down, pogo, what? What?
Okay.
I don't think that song's about a pogo stick.
I don't think it is. Darby says,
so weird.
sings Sand Castles in the Sand from How I Met Your Mother. Met you at the mall. Didn't know how far I would fall. My friend said I was a fool. You're a fool. Shut up. Because you were older and got kicked out of school. You're so rad. Together we were going to travel the globe from Alberta to Ontario. But now I'm building sandcastles in the sand. Thought I could fly when you held my hand. But now eternally turns to Malachi black and white. It was the greatest week and a half of my life. We used to go to the beach. Back when happiness was in our reach. We were so close on our favorite bench. We'd sit and talk and you taught me to French. You're good at pull-ups and have radical hair. I hate my dad, he's so unfair. You don't understand our love, but now I'm building sandcastles in the sand. Thought I could fly when I held your hand. I was wrong. Eternity turns to Malachi black and white. It was the greatest week and a half of my life. It's crazy. No one gets me. Castles wash away. Come back, please. I've changed my mind. Let's go all the way. I'm ready. Let's do it. I miss you. Sandcastles in the sand. Thought I could fly when I held your hand. I thought you were the one. Sandcastles wash away. I'm ready, let's do it. And all that's left is some sand the next day. Sandcastles may be cute. I'm on the pill now. But all they do is remind me of you. Let's go all the way. You said it'd be okay. I'm sorry. Sandcastles wash away. Malachi Black.
Nailed it.
Yeah. 2 Darbys in 1 week is difficult. It's just a one-note thing. So
almost have 3, but they gave you an
definitely
option.
Not doing that one. No, I'm definitely not doing that one again. Okay. Okay. Darby to sing "Get Crazy" by LMFAO. Get crazy, get wild, let's party out loud. If you want to have fun and do something. If you want to have fun and do something. Get crazy, get wild, let's party, get loud. If you want to have fun and do something. Walk in the club with no ID. Girls on my jock, because I'm VIP. Your man can't do what I can do. What's your name? I'm Sky Blue. Well, I'm Red Foo with a big ass fro. Never wear lenses in my glasses, yo. My first keyboard was a Casio. Ooh, look at that girl in the dancing flow. Was she looking at us like she want to do something freaky in the back with a camera crew? I guess I got time for a fan or two. I roll with 3 hoes like Santa do. Ho, 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 and a bottle of goose. Mix it with the bowl if you want to get loose. It's that time to lose control. If you're feeling real good, then let it show. Get crazy, get wild. Let's party, get loud. If you want to have fun and do something trashy, flashy, titties. Get crazy, get wild. Let's party, get loud. If you want to have fun and do something crazy. Flashy, Malachi Black.
Darby saying titties is very funny. Was that the Jersey Shore theme?
I have no idea.
People in the chat, let me know.
It should be. Me Norma says
Crazy,
the Everglade
Everglade.
twins. Rent-a-Karu Sheeta. How you know? Okay, that's it. We're done. We have one more stuff to do. We're gonna do it. It'll be fine. Feeling Dreepy says, "Oh, where did it go?" Feeling Dreepy wanted Dusty to do Kokomo.
I was trying to click over to something else and I unstarted it. I'm sorry.
Kokomo. Let's see if Dusty's around.
I mean, we can only hope.
Hello, it's me. I'm here. I'm always here, baby. I'm lurking. I'm a lurker. I like to lurk. That's what I do. So I'm
sometimes.
So
you know what to do on Tuesday nights, though. You know where the hot place to be is.
Oh, I do. Listen, and as a man who is the cruise director on a cruise ship, I know all about all the places in this song, Kokomo by the Beach Boys, from the immortal classic Cocktail, starring Tom Cruise. Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I want to take you to Bermuda. Bahama, come on, pretty mama. Key Largo, Montego, baby, why don't we go? Jamaica on the Florida Keys. There's a place called Kokomo. That's where you want to go, baby, to get away from it all. Bodies in the sand, tropical drink melted in your hand.
Mango Dangos.
We're falling in love to the rhythm of a steel drum band. Down in Kokomo, Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take you to Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama. Key Largo, Montego. Ooh, baby, why don't we go? I want to take you down to Kokomo. We'll get there fast, and then we'll take it slow, if you will. That's where we want to go. Way down in Kokomo. Martinique, that Montserrat mystique. We'll put out to sea, baby. We'll perfect our chemistry. By and by, we'll defy a little bit of gravity. Afternoon delight, cocktails and moonlit nights. That dreamy look in your eye gives me a tropical contact high. Way down in Kokomo, Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take you to Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama. Key Largo, Montego, baby. Baby, why don't we go to Kokomo?
There it is. There it is. Thank you. That was beautiful. Very passionate performance tonight.
Oh, listen, who doesn't love a nice Kokomo?
Oh. I could go for a Caribbean trip right now.
Right? Who couldn't? Unless of course, it's a cruise hosted by that Chris Jericho. Nobody wants to go on that. That just Fozzy all the time, blaring, and nobody would go on a Chris Jericho cruise. On the Jericho cruise, nobody would do such a thing. Yeah, if you actually paid money to go on a Jericho cruise, how embarrassing is that for you? That's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, I'm gonna say this though. Keep cool, gabagools.
Yeah.